Hey guys, Gabriel Holmes here. Thank you for tuning in to Crisfield Corporations. Today I wanted to make a special video on the Santa Fe High School shooting. I know, this is the same high school that I graduated from last year, guys. I knew a lot of these people, a lot of the victims, and a lot of the students and teachers of the school. And it's the main reason why I really wanted to make this video is because this hits so close to home. And I'm a little sickened. And just for starters, guys, my condolences sincerely from me to the families of the victims and even the victims themselves, guys. I can't even begin to imagine, the pain, the chaos, the struggling right now. It's just all unreal. But we are a strong team. We will get through this. Santa Fe is a small town, but we are together. We are strong, and we're getting support from everyone around the globe. I even still have a lot of people from different countries contacting me saying, we're sending prayers and everything else, and with JJ Watt and all that, it's very helpful, guys. We really appreciate it. But I'm gonna sit here today and discuss a topic, and I'm gonna sit here and represent all of Santa Fe, or most of Santa Fe, the majority of Santa Fe. When I say this, guys, this incident, this has nothing to do with gun control, guys. This was a 16-year-old student who was in love, and he couldn't get the girl he wanted, so he was very depressed. He was very sad. And I'm not sticking up for anyone in this video. This is completely just factual. This is not my personal feelings about it. This is just how it is, guys. Yeah, so this was a 16-year-old student, and it has nothing, like, this student didn't even have the rights to bear arms. He's not of age. Even I myself am not fully ready or fully of age to bear arms. I'm only 20, guys, and he was 16. This has nothing to do with the right to bear arms, and it sickens me, and it's ridiculous how the high officials, people who have a lot more money than us, people who didn't have to experience the trauma or the chaos or anything like that, can stand in front of us and say, hey, this is because you guys have the right to weapons, to bear arms. That's ridiculously improbable. No, this has nothing to do with that at all, in fact, and you should stay out of this because this is our town, and this is our, we are in mourning right now, and you know, you're gonna bring that upon us. That's not even right, dude. Like, I'm sorry, guys, I'm getting ahead of myself. Like I said, this was a 16-year-old student. This has nothing to do with the, right to bear arms. This, in fact, has a lot to do with parental controls and how parents really teach their kids, how they watch them. I mean, I'm not sitting here and blaming the parents of this student because I can only imagine how much hate and how much depression they're going through, how much hate they're getting. So I'm not going to sit here and badmouth them. I'm just stating the facts here, guys. It was in fact the dad's weapons, I believe, that was involved, and we just recently passed some laws where be responsible with your weapons. That's all it comes down to. Put them up, lock them up from children or even young adults. Taking away our rights to bear arms, that's a little ridiculous when we could just be responsible with them. You know, parents need to keep an eye on their, like, I've been a nanny for a really long time to many different children, all ages, from 14 all the way down to almost newborn, guys. So, I don't have children of my own, but I somewhat have an idea. And, it's not that, parents can't really communicate with their kids. They can. And in fact, a lot of times it's because parents don't really feel like they can say anything that'll help their kids out. And I was just a teenager, guys, and I always talked to my mom about different things, even when I was on crazy drugs and stuff. I always talked to my mom about problems I was having, and she was always there for me. And I know some families aren't like that, but this, guys, you need to be able to communicate as a family a little bit better. Even if you and your child don't speak to one another, guys, it's not even that. There's signs that you can see. Depression. They stop talking. They stay in their room all the time. And I know that's most teens, but just go through their phone every now and then. Go in their room when they're gone and snoop through stuff. Kind of see where they're at, what their mentality is. If they have crazy, nasty, bad drawings, that's probably not good. But yeah, this has. I can't even do this because I'm so depressed right now. I knew a lot of these people, and it's not even that this has happened so close to me. This is happening worldwide, or even nationwide, actually. Not worldwide, but nationwide. It's becoming a new trend of sorts, and it's where people or students are shooting up schools because of different reasons. But this specific scenario was a pretty big one, not just because it was so close to home for me, but because, this was a student, guys. This was one of the biggest shootings of the, all the school shootings recently. And, it's just higher up officials with more power and more money, they want to sit there and say, this is because you have the right to bear arms, and, let us take away your guns for you, and this will never happen again. That's not true. That's exactly what they did with the airports. And, what I'm about to tell you guys, this is something I learned from Mr. Rose a few years ago. He's actually a high school teacher in Santa Fe High School, and, he's very influential to a lot of his students. And, he's going through a rough time right now, guys. If you can, find him on social media. Tell him, we're praying for you guys, good work and everything. Mr. Rose is a great teacher. But, he told me this a long time ago in his class, but this is exactly what they started doing in the airports. 9/11 happened, and before 9/11, there wasn't hardly any incidents on planes. There was a few here and there, but there wasn't nothing crazy. But what happened was 9/11 hit, and it was such a tragic and chaotic scenario that the government stepped in and they said, well, we can keep you safe. Let us search you before you go on planes. Nowadays, guys, that search process, you go through a machine that can see all the way through your clothes. It can even see to your bones. Okay? That's not just for safety. That's because they're trying to make sure that we're falling in line with what they want. They're seeing how far they can go. And they've gone pretty far, guys. This is a quote from Abraham Lincoln, and I actually learned it in Mr. Rose's class whenever he was teaching us on the subject. And I don't know the exact quote, but it goes very similar to this. If you're willing to give up your rights for freedom, then you don't deserve rights at all. And that's such a big statement, because if you don't have rights, then you are a slave. You're a slave to society. You are a slave to yourself, and you don't even own yourself. Okay, let's say you go and buy a property, right? You go and buy a property, and you want to build a house on it. Before you build a house on it, you have to understand and realize and educate yourself on all the criteria. What's expected of this? What standards you have to have in order to keep this house livable and so you can actually live in it? There's so many rules about building a house. You can't just go out on a piece of land that's yours and build a house and live in it. It's against the law. There's stuff you have to, a guideline in a sense, you have to follow by to build a house. And, it's like, that's your property. It may be the government's nation and their land, but they aren't the ones who founded this place. They're not the ones who built it up. They're not the ones, they just were born into this country, and they worked their way up to being an official, a high official. And so they're sitting there saying, oh, this is our land. Dude, you had nothing to do with this land before you were even born. Like, this land isn't yours. This is all of ours. If I bought this property, this is my property. But they say it's against the law. You have to follow these guidelines in order to live in this house. And so you try, and let's say there's like you have three marks of not getting it right, and they just won't let you live in your house that you spent your whole life savings in. This is rights. These are our rights, guys. And I'm not a rights activist, and I'm not pretending to be. However, whenever it comes to common sense and stupidity, I'm on top of that, guys. And this is common sense, and it's stupidity for the government to say that this is because of our rights to bear arms. It's common sense that it's obviously not. Okay? This has nothing. I mean, the student wasn't even old enough to bear an arm, it was just because his parents weren't doing their proper parenting. They weren't there for the student. Maybe if they would have talked to him a bit more, and I'm not sitting here to hate on these parents. Like I said before, I can't imagine what they're going through, the hate they're getting, and I love everyone, and you may make some decisions, bad decisions. That don't mean I hate you. I just hate your decisions. I hate how you think. It's not that I hate you. I love everybody as a person, as a whole, even animals. I love you all, and I want to be a world leader one day, as you all know, or a lot of you do know. I really do want to be a world leader, and it sickens me that that's what I'm going into. It's such the corrupt system that they have to take such a bad incident where families were torn apart, families were destroyed, there was chaos everywhere, and they go right in the middle of that. Is right in the middle of it, not even after mourning or anything, and they just stand there and say, okay, this is because of this, and this is how we will fix this. And it's them trying to take away our rights to guns. Like, what? We're in mourning right now. Like, at least have the audacity or the morality, the ethicalness to wait till after, a few weeks or something, just kind of like get us, like whenever people are going through depression, whenever people are very sad, they're not in their right mindset. They're not thinking properly. Because all they're thinking about is depression. And depression is explained as unhappiness. People can't think right. And people put self-criticism very harshly. And, people just can't function properly. They can't talk, like a normal person. And, that's why I'm stumbling so much. Like I said, this was high school. I just graduated from last year. These are people I knew. A lot of the victims I did know, and it's very depressing, and it's sad that I have to be making a video about this right now because I'm still in mourning too, and I mean I'm still having like people from other countries messaging me, emailing me, and contacting me saying we're sending our prayers while the government's just standing here saying this is what we're going to do. Um, we're still in mourning, and it's just sad I have to sit here and make this video about the subject at all. Because people don't want this to be people don't want to keep reliving this scenario, and that's why that's why it's hard for me to talk, because I don't want to say the wrong thing or harm anyone in any way. I don't want to take someone offensively or have someone be offended by me. It's such a touchy subject, and it's my home. I've grown up here for such a long time, and I know how these people are, and they're very strong. They're really strong guys, and they need as much love as they can get, but they don't want to keep reliving the same scenario. They don't even want to talk about it. Whenever it happened, my mother was trying to talk to me the whole way home about it, and because I was at work, and I just told her I don't want to talk about it. I just don't. I truly do not want to talk about it. There's just it's not something you want to talk about. You understand what happened. Everyone understands what happened, but we're going to try and move on. And we don't want to forget. We're not forgetting. Absolutely not. However, we just don't want to relive that tragedy. That was a very bad day for all of us. My little brother was actually about to go on a trip to Slitterbahn, with his classmates in junior high, and he's literally 1 year away from high school. And luckily, I'm so thankful that the buses did not leave yet for the field trip, because there was already so much mayhem and chaos that there was hardly even there wasn't even enough buses to get everyone out on time. Imagine if those buses had left for their field trip. I mean, there would have had to been other school districts, school buses coming in and helping the students, because that would have just been a tragedy. That would have been so chaotic. I'm thankful we got through this, guys. And I am so sorry I had to bring this whole scenario up in a video like this, and I really am, guys. My condolences, really, truly. My prayers are going out every single day and night, and we will get through this, guys. We are Santa Fe strong, okay? We are. And I thank you all, guys, for tuning in. This is the end of the video. I don't have much else to say. Put a thumbs up for the support of Santa Fe, guys, and the support not only of Santa Fe but all the other school districts this year, and just this year, and even all the past years that had to go through something like this. Put a thumbs up for the support for these schools, guys. This is so hard for everyone. Even schools that have already had this, they're still in a lot of pain and stuff, and they're just trying to move on. So put a thumbs up, guys. Show your support for these schools, and comment down below if I offended you in any way, or if you have any statements or even disagreements. All support is welcome. Supportive criticism, that's even welcome, guys. Just show your love down below, and share this video if you can, and I'll catch you guys later. Stay tuned to Crispio Corporations for more videos in the future. I'm just doing a lot right now, business-wise, to get myself up to par. So I'm not making a lot of videos at the moment, but I will definitely be putting out more content for you guys. Just let me know down below what you want to see, and You know, if any concerns or questions or comments you may have, put it down below and put that thumbs up, guys. Put that thumbs up for all the support. I'm telling you guys, we need it, we need it, we need it. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.